Synthetic non-stick pans are easy to use, but don't you hate having to treat them like delicate artifacts? Don't you hate that one scratch can kill them and that you have to pay big bucks every 2 or 3 years to replace them? Don't you hate that they are toxic and only now we're being made aware of this? I'm a keen home cook and I don't want to use them. I've heard that chefs won't either. Let's find out why. Chef Marshall, why don't top professional chefs like yourself use non-stick pans?
Non-stick pans really actually only good for not sticking. The abuse that happens in a restaurant, they might last for only a month or two, if that. I've got my own personal reasons as well. One, I really taking care of my body and what goes in it is very important to me. And my ability to control the seasoning and what goes in, more important than anything.
So what do most chefs use?
A lot of us will use cast iron, we'll use the old French pans. The issue with those is that over time, one, we get a wobbly handle, or the handles just fall off.
Is that why you use SOLIDteknics pans?
I don't have to worry about rivets, so no wobbly handle. This is a pan with all the same benefits of cast iron. I think this is the change to our industry.
Mark, SOLIDteknics used to make cast iron pans, but not anymore. Why is that?
Cast iron pans are great and they were the best choice at the time, but they are so heavy. They're also rough and not very conductive and prone to cracking if you drop them. So we developed and patented a new machine-wrought method to make a one-piece iron pan that cooks and seasons just like cast iron, but at half the weight.
I know that the method's a secret, but you did take Chef Marshall to see the process. How did that go?
Yeah, that's right. I don't think he was quite ready for what he saw that day.
I thought I was a smart guy, and I thought, just stamp them out, move on to the next one. But when I watched that process,
now that's not how I expected the pans made.
No.
Not at all.
No one expects it. That's why we keep it secret.
Absolutely beautiful to watch these pans be made, and it's even better to cook with.
And Mark, these new Quenched-Iron pans have something extra special?
Yes, something very special. We take the US iron raw pans, give them a fine texture, heat them up, and then instantly quench them in oil. This gives them a very hard, non-toxic seasoning layer that is ready to cook on right away and much easier to maintain the seasoning.
The new Quench pan also comes with a specially designed all-natural Iron Love seasoning stick that will help you improve the natural non-stick coating when you first get it. Just heat the pan up and melt a small amount of the bar and wipe the oil around evenly over the surface. The oil will dry out and harden in a few seconds. Let it cool for a minute and repeat a few times. Within minutes, you'll have a non-toxic, non-stick surface perfect for cooking. It's all about the texture of the pan and seasoning. If you look at a new cast iron surface, it's still quite rough, and even after seasoning, food can still stick. Machined cast iron is so smooth that seasoning can easily flake away. But quenched pans have just the right amount of fine texture to make seasoning really easy. You've made these pans strong enough to outlast several human lifespans. Isn't that kind of shooting your business in the foot?
Yeah, it's funny you should say that. Some major stores haven't stocked out pans because they fear the loss of repeat business, right? I would consider it a great honour if everyone owned a quenched wrought iron pan and never disposed of cheap or expensive import non-stick pans ever again. It's crazy. I mean, every year millions of non-stick pans are thrown in the landfill. They're toxic to manufacture and they can't even be recycled.
Back the Quench pan now and become part of a growing global community of well-seasoned cooks and chefs who've discovered the benefits of cooking in seasoned light iron.